Yeah, we're doing it. We're live.
What's up, man?
We're here. I think this is the first episode, technically, right? Because last time we
Technically, we've had a couple fuck ups.
we have had some. What the hell is that?
Y'all don't get it, do you? Type of money, everybody acting like they know you. Go uptown, New York City, bitch. And Spanish girls love me like I'm on computer. Tell Uncle Luke I'm out in Miami too. Clubbing hard, fucking women, they ain't what you do. Wrist playing, got a condo up from Biscayne. Still getting brain from the thing, ain't shit changed. How you feel? How you feel? How you feel? 25 sitting on 25 mil. I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Gray. I'm good for the bag, okay? Shit, that's fucking cool.
Oh. All right, we're live. I think
That's a sick jacket. That's
You like
actually
Guess
where'd
what?
you get that?
$30 at a vintage store. $30.
Go Orange, man. Brutal loss
got
today, but
fucked in the ass by Clemson.
go
That's fine.
Qs.
How long did you stay at the bar?
Till like the end of the third quarter.
I wonder if they can hear that.
ASMR.
It's the end of the third.
So David and I actually went to the same college. We weren't like friends in college though.
No,
Like not at all.
No.
Didn't even like know.
I told you the first time we actually met, right? You were in my dorm room.
Yeah.
In Watson, because like you were pledging, and like Nick was a brother there already at DU,
Yeah.
and like you came in the room, you were like learning about it or something. I walk in, I was like, "Oh, what's up?" And you're like, "Oh, this is Jack. He's pledging." I was like, "I think we like shook hands. I don't think we like dapped or anything. We were just like, pleasure to meet you." Like shook hands. It was so awkward.
Yeah.
Like pledging, you're the same age as him, and yet it felt like you were like a middle schooler, like looking up.
How you doing, David?
Yes, I
A
was
pleasure.
like, haha. That was the first time we met, and then I was like, all right, that was kind of weird. And then I just knew of you.
And that was what, 2019?
Yeah, that was sophomore year, early sophomore year. We saw each other all the time, but like we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
So we just didn't say hi. Had I known you were a comedic genius and superstar, I would have
Please stop.
probably
Stop.
like came up to you and said, "Oh my God, are you Jack Lyons?"
But then
Jack
you like reached out, which I thought
Yeah,
was
I slid in
it
your
was fate.
DMs. I slid in your DMs
yeah, dude.
because I was talking to a couple of people that during my midlife crisis. This is just the Duly Noted podcast lore for all of you listening. This is our backstory for episode 1, humble origins. I said this in the last one, but I'm going to say it again because that podcast might get lost. From humble beginnings,
Part 2.
part 2, episode 1, part 2.
Part 1 doesn't exist.
I had my quarter life crisis,
Mm.
and then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I've always loved comedy. It's always been my dream. I'm going to do that. And then so I just I was like, I don't know how stand up works, but like I like sketch. I used to make like little shitty videos with my friends. I was like, fuck it. And so I knew that you did it. I think like Laura Budwick, I think Tony told me, and a couple others, and I'd seen you do it. So I like reached out to you, I DM'd you, and then here we are.
It was so
Now
flattered.
we've got like 4 sketches, a blooper reel, now
Yeah.
podcast coming out.
We have like 8 subscribers.
8
It's
subscribers.
sick.
We're blowing the fuck up, people.
But you know
Get
what-
on the train now.
Yeah, you know what's gonna be sick is when 8 years from now we can look back at this video.
Yes. All of you who are with us now.
We can make one of those like cringy TikTok like edits where it's like we put like that like synthy music in
I
the
don't
background.
wanna go up the head.
Yeah, I can't believe we only have 8 subscribers.
Yeah, like that funk sigma, like womp womp.
And it shows us like our platinum YouTube like award.
like the Giga Chad with our faces on it.
Yeah, we're like ripped.
Now that we have 10 subscribers,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
posted before and after.
Yeah. How would you? I don't know. Whenever I get it's fall time in New York now, and I would say just
Hence
thinking
the
about
candle.
hence
what
the
scent
candle.
is this actually?
This is autumn night.
Autumn wreath.
Autumn wreath. Does that smell reefy?
It smells like every candle kind of smells the same. Every
A little
fall
bit.
candle. They all have like
Every fall
a
candle.
slightly sweet but like spiced
Yeah.
scent to it. Like, what the fuck is a wreath? A wreath
I
is
don't
like the leaf thing that you hang in the door, like a
Yeah.
donut, but like that doesn't smell like anything.
Isn't it weird in fall? I feel like we just take the same like pumpkin spice autumn scent and then just put it in coffee, candles. It's like all the same. It's like, why are we smelling and eating the same flavor? It's like a little weird.
You know why? It's the same reason why we see fucking Colorado on every Instagram post. Is because bitches love it.
Yeah, right?
People fucking love it. They eat it up. Same thing with Taylor Swift. Why do we see on every Instagram post Taylor Swift? Because people love it. Girls will spend bajillions of dollars.
Yeah. But I love fall, and it's just like, I don't know. This is our first year out of school. That's like obviously last year we started our jobs, but this is the first year that we didn't. It's not like something new. You know what I mean? We didn't have like a new. It wasn't starting junior year or starting moving to the city.
It's the same shit,
the same year. I mean, some people move obviously after there, but
we're here. We're still here,
and that caused me. I don't know. I was like, fucking.
You were skeeved out by it?
Yeah, a little bit. I was like, where's like my first day of school, and like, you know, it just there wasn't like a significant. It's like just another day of work.
Well, that's what you got to do. I think I'm doing the right thing. Is get fired after a year, and then get a new job, and then every year you have.
Don't quit either. Get fired.
No, you get fired.
It's way more fun.
Do watch pornography in the office?
Yeah,
jerk off in the bathroom.
That's what they can do on there.
Yeah. Obviously, bomb threats, jerking off, and
bomb threat was the first warning. It was like just a little.
Yeah, they're like, hey,
hit on the wrist.
We're really gonna need you to not do that anymore.
Please don't, David.
And I said, sorry, nail bomb. 6 p.m. 10th floor.
Yeah, but now you're employed.
Now I'm employed.
All is good. When like, at what point do you think? How much money would you need to be making from this to quit your day job?
I was thinking about that. This is a very interesting thing to think about.
Because we're rolling in. We're already like blowing
loaded as shit. Yeah, I was gonna say it's an interesting thing to think about after we haven't made a single dollar.
Yeah.
We have yet
don't
to
say
make
that.
a cent.
He's lying.
We have yet to make a cent. Well, we have the ad reads, so we make money off the ad reads.
Yeah.
So,
don't forget about our proud partners.
And now a word from our sponsor, Never Help. Do you have depression, suicidal thoughts, anxiety?
Tell you what, I do.
This guy does. I'm worried about him every day.
I want to kill myself.
Yeah, good. Let them linger. Join Never Help to get told that your thoughts are real and scary. Use code KILLYOURSELF to have someone named Daryl call you every night and tell you your life is worthless.
That's Daryl.
Never Help.
Never Help. Thank you, Never Help. Now, I guess the ad wants us to, talk about our experience with Never Help a little bit. Right?
Yeah, I used Never Help. My cousin did. He's no longer with us.
Did he?
Yeah, he used the code and he did the deed. The code said.
How do you do it?
News.
News? Okay. It's not a very, so obviously being business majors in school, it's not a very good business model.
News?
No, to tell people to kill themselves and then, that's a very short revenue stream. Like, if it's successful, if your product works, then, you're losing a customer.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think that's like the...
so I don't mean to shame our sponsor. I love you, Never Help, but...
Yeah.
Just interesting from a business perspective.
Yeah. I'll talk to the business director guy.
Yeah, just let him know our thoughts. Okay. We are getting a pretty sizable pay cut for doing this ad read, so I don't want to besmirch you guys too much, but...
Yeah.
Never Help's great. I use it pretty much every other day. I'll start to feel happy and then be like, fuck, I gotta talk to Daryl again. He tells me that I'm a little bitch boy who doesn't deserve anything, and that I should just go and
You ever do that? Like, you're just like too happy. You're like, I'm having too good of a time.
You're like,
someone take me down to earth.
I gotta take this down a little bit. Like, what's life without balance? You know? So
Mm-hmm.
Daryl's always there to tell you that you're a bitch and you're never gonna achieve anything, and that you're a pussy if you don't just go and do it. So,
yeah, and it's always Daryl.
It is always Daryl.
He's always on the clock. You gotta respect the work ethic at Never Help.
Yes.
Never Help.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
What was the code?
Kill Yourself. KILLYOURSELF.
That's Kill Yourself
at neverhelp.com.
Thank you, Never Help.
This comes from our sponsor, Clown Car.
Clown Car.
You an unemployed clown looking to honk your nose before Uncle Sam sucks you dry?
I am.
Yeah. Join Clown Car, a clown recruiting site dedicated to getting clowns the jobs they deserve. We get it. It's a tough market.
Right.
Kids don't want clowns at their birthdays anymore, and the circus is now canceled.
But we offer COVID-19.
Yeah, what? COVID taking everyone's jobs.
Bullshit.
We offer employment for corporate events, trade shows, and sex shows. If you're into that kind of thing. Use code SLAPHAPPY to get a free clown consultation today. SLAPHAPPY. Slap Happy.
We had used. Was it Clown Car, right?
Yeah, Clown Car.
We used Clown Car for my niece's birthday. He did.
Did you?
Yeah, he.
How was he?
He was all right. He was a little overweight for a clown.
Yeah.
Pretty pale, lack of hair. His makeup wasn't all that great. I think he was high on something. He did hit on my my little cousins.
Oh shit!
a lot. It was their 13th birthday, and he was like, you like, what high school do you guys go to? And they're like, we're actually in 7th grade. He goes, could have fooled me.
Yeah. I got molested by a clown once.
You did?
Yeah, in 7th grade.
No.
The clown car is different. This is way better product. These are good quality clowns.
They all have background checks.
They'll honk your horn and not honk your tip.
Mm-hmm.
But clown car.
What was the code again? Sorry for the users that want to
slap happy.
Slap happy. That's SLAPY. SLAPHAPPY.
Yeah.
Slap happy.
Thanks,
for 20%
clown car.
off. Thank you, clown car. I don't know. I was wondering that it'd have to be close to. It has to be close to what I'm making now, but also like, it's not like a salary you're getting. You know, I mean, I guess like Patreon and shit, but like it's not like a dead set salary. Like this industry, it's like you may make money one month and you may not the next month. It's like planned accordingly. It's not a set thing. So like, I don't know if like I annualized it out and saw that it was about as much as I'm making now, probably.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd take a pay cut to do this full time, obviously.
Yeah, I think
I'd devote more time to it too. But.
Yeah, that would be ideal, right? Like I would definitely. It's tough because like everyone obviously is like in your 20s, like go for things. You know, but it's fucking nice to have a salary. Like it's nice to have like the stability of like, oh, this weekend I can go like get some dinner if I like want to.
Well, it's funny. Like in the 50s, that's like what they wanted. Like that was an
ideal. That was like
they were like, oh, I've got a salary job.
Yeah,
I've graduated from high school. I have my dame. We married at 18 years old. But now I have a salary.
I think that's like kind of a good mindset sometimes. Like I feel like in our age, not to get too like meta deep or whatever, but in our age of social media, we're always like wanting more kind of thing. We're always like never satisfied. We always think you need to quit your job and do some entrepreneurial thing to like be happy in life. But it's like, those people in the 50s, like they got married when they were like 21, had like the same job for 40 years, and they're fucking happy as a clam.
People also weren't like giving head in hot in the 50s either.
You don't think they were like giving head?
No,
they were totally giving head.
They had cones for nipples. They weren't giving head. They were so far out. Like I think yes.
Wait. You think like nipples in the 50s were different? You don't think people have cone nipples?
Well, no, they were the bras.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that has to do with getting.
You're like in the 50s we were devolved.
Yeah,
and we had
cone nipples. Time. We had cone nipples.
Yeah,
we've evolved to have.
It blocks you from getting head.
Puffy nipples.
It would elevate you.
No, but like yes, I think you're right that we want more and more and more, but also there is more to it. You know, like in the 50s, you had a car, a fridge, TV wasn't out yet. You'd go to work, come home. That's it. Like, and that was what everyone did. It wasn't like there was hot people walking around. There wasn't OnlyFans, and there wasn't like people pursuing dreams. It was like you have to have a salary and have a job, and then you go home. And they were happy because that's all they had. And now there's so much shit you can do. Yeah. And like, I don't know, there's more out there. I think that's why.
They also just like talk. They're like, hey, see?
No,
see?
What do you think?
Like now we're like,
no, the car won't start.
No cap, Riz. Like we say the fucking weird shit.
What was the slang back then?
Back then it was like, oh, well.
Like, do you think they talk dirty?
There's one slang word that.
Yeah, there was.
That's definitely out of the vocabulary now.
Well, mine, not yours. You still say this.
Oh.
In the South, we're talking. The Alabama slang. Do you think they like talk dirty?
Back then? In the 50s? I think it was more like...
Oh, it's the nicest pussy I've ever felt, see? Oh, jeez, miss. Jeez, miss, you're going to make me come. Yeah. No, like they probably just had like...
Oh, wow, you do feel warm.
Oh, wow, how warm it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so warm. This is the warmest vagina.
It probably was like the dirty talk was even more advanced because like in day to day you had to be so buttoned up. I feel like everyone was like, "Well, hello, Mrs. Martin. Yeah, how you do?"
Yes,
and then so then when you like, "Fuck me," like you're like fucking all the guys with like gag balls and shit.
Yeah, they're behind. You're just like, "Oh, I will say this is the greatest."
Yeah,
the way it claps back.
Tip my cap.
Gee willikers, miss.
Yeah,
gee willikers, miss.
Let me tip my hat to your vagina, man.
Boy, that is some top shelf vag.
Yeah. Do you think like our fucking grandparents are like talking dirty?
I don't want to think about that, but
just let that sink.
Because I remember one time my dad was telling me that
I thought you were about to go.
One time my dad talked dirty to me.
I walked in. I walked into my grandparents' once.
My dad was fucking my grandma, and
the Dugan family is fucked up.
Well, it's not far off. He was saying that like what he saw. This is when I was actually. We'll go a little further back. So I had iFunny when I was a kid,
as everyone
does. This was like right around like when I started to realize like I gained consciousness. Like I was conscious before, but I didn't know what was going on in the world. It just
you're a kid.
I was a kid. I was like 5th grade.
You're
and
like
then I got iFunny, and that may have been the start of like my sexual liberation. I think because I saw like boobs and like funny shit and curse words. I was like, holy hell, what the hell's going on here?
Boobs and funny shit.
Boobs and funny shit. And I woke up. I was pulled out of the Matrix. And my parents caught it, and like my dad sat me down and talked about how like he saw it wasn't even porn. I don't, Dad, if you're watching this, what the hell were you thinking? It wasn't porn I was looking at. He was like, yeah, one time I was going through the closet of your grandparents' house, and I saw that my father had a pornographic magazine in there, and I didn't know to tell my mom or not. And I was like, as a kid, I was like, yeah, it makes sense. Like I was looking at bad shit that I shouldn't. A, I wasn't looking at porn, Dad. And B, why the fuck would you tell your mom that your dad has a pornographic magazine in there?
Mom, you see what Dad has?
Yeah, look at this big bush, Mom. When she goes, oh, he's black.
Your father has a specific taste.
But yeah, like there's a point for me saying this though, and that's like that's what they look forward to. Like back then, they would go to work at their bullshit job, come back home, and they're like, I can't wait to look at a girl's legs. You know?
Because
it beat off.
One, even just like obviously the internet, you can just look up anything you want. You could look up even every media we have is like a little sexualized. Like even you on Instagram, it's like. But
well, it's not a little bit. There's just like dental floss between ass cheeks and tits all over.
Yeah, all the time. But like back then, it's like you never saw that. So imagine the imagination of these people.
Dude, it must have been crazy.
They were probably just like so horny. You know that like middle school horny where you're just like you've never seen tits before, so you are imagining.
You're imagining they're like purple and huge and
yeah, it looks like a fucking like tentacles or some shit. But like that you just if you were a dude, you get married at 21, you maybe have seen like 2 tits like your entire life.
If that.
Maybe you probably
need to
waste your V card.
Can you imagine how great that must have been though to see him? Like,
yeah,
because you never got any action.
It's like in a cartoon where it's like,
oh, yeah, like, yeah, they never got any of that. So, like, can you imagine if we just saw porn for the first time, like tomorrow? We hadn't seen it before ever. How crazy that would be to go back to like that first time seeing it.
That would be like if this is actually fucked up to say, but if I was a fly on the wall, for one of my key moments like in life, I think that would.
First time watching porn for the first time?
Not like touching myself, because I always like I looked at porn before I started masturbating.
That's just the natural progression. Like, were you with your friends?
I did that. Like, I feel like at first I discovered it by myself, and then I was kind of like, "You guys do this too," or whatever, and then we would all like
just watch far porn. Off. Like my uncle showed it to me. We watched it together. Me and my.
He did a live rendition.
Yeah, he showed me. I was like, Uncle Jimmy, what are they doing? And he goes,
"This is what they're doing."
Yeah, it's just wrestling. Watch this. Let me show you. Yeah, like it is kind of weird though that you would watch it with your friends, right?
Yeah.
No one was jerking off, but even though that
only
was like
guys do that.
The first, no way, girls are getting there watching porn together.
Like a little insight for the ladies in like 6th grade. Tell me if I'm totally off base here. Like me and my friend, I remember my one friend. He had a birthday party where he was in a camping site, but it was just in his backyard. So he had like a tent to like make us feel like we're in the woods, but we're just in his backyard.
That was probably electric back then.
No, it was sick.
So cool.
We had like an airsoft battle the day before.
Sick.
And then we're like, let's blow off some steam. So we all are in the tent. We have 3 iPhones. There were 6 people, 3 iPod touches. Excuse me.
It's an orgy.
Present.
Yeah.
And we would just like pair off in 2s, and you were just like with your buddy, just like watching
like the street. You had different stations.
Yeah, and then you'd rotate.
Station, the bukkake station,
and no one would just say a word. Just like it's like we both knew what was happening.
Would you get hard?
Probably.
I feel like I wouldn't, even though it was like liberating for me. I don't think I ever got hard.
Yeah, because you're just like.
But why? Like that's so gay.
Yeah,
it's so gay.
Yeah.
Why would we ever have done that?
Which is fine.
Yes, which is fine. It's fine to be gay. It's fine to watch porn with your guy friends.
But in like a 6th grade sense, like that was gay. For sure.
Yeah, we're all like our bodies can't even come yet, and we're like this would be cool.
Yeah.
Let's check this out.
Yeah, it's actually crazy how in middle school you wouldn't have the emotional maturity. Like if any of your friends opened up to you at all, you'd be like, "Fucking gay, pussy," and then it's like, "Let's go all watch porn together." Like what?
Well, also like, what is there to be emotional about when you're in 6th grade?
Yeah,
dude, I think about that every day. I would love to go back to being 13. Like everyone always says, being a kid's so great, and you're like, yeah, whatever. It's so much fun.
It is. Like there's so many pros to being in like this age, though. I feel like this age is awesome because you're conscious enough to, like, remember when you were a kid. I wouldn't say I was as stressed as I am now as a kid. Thank you. Touché.
Sorry.
I wouldn't say I was as stressed as now as when I was a kid, but
yeah,
I definitely was like a nervous kid. Like I didn't feel like in middle school, like I was so unconfident and like insecure. I feel like now I'm just like life's I'm feeling good, job's going well. Like I feel good about myself.
That's fair, but like you do have actual responsibilities now. You had no responsibility. Like you had no one to impress back then.
Yeah, but it is. I don't know. It is kind of, in some ways, I kind of like having some responsibilities. You know, I like being able to drive myself somewhere, or just like not under my parents' rule all the time. Remember, if your parents went,
mom and dad.
If your parents went, and you just have to go with them. It's like we're going to the grocery store. Everyone has to come. Like, what if I don't want to go?
Now you're like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Fuck no.
No, mother and father, I will not be going to the grocery store today.
Yeah.
I won't go to an antique store with you, Mom.
Yes, but I also get what you're saying. There's pros and cons to every part of life. You know, when you're 7 years old, they're probably like, when I was 23, 24, that was the best. That was the era I wish I had.
That does worry me about being like 35. Like, if I'm not doing something cool, I might kill myself. I might be hanging in the garage.
Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, because like, what would you say is like old? Like you are old when you're this age.
It depends who you are, because I've seen, I think 40 across the board. Like I've seen some pretty cool 30-year-old, like, not saying this is like the epitome of cool, and it's a little gay to bring up, but like Cody Ko is like 33, and I'd say he's still pretty cool. Like you can be cool in your 30s, but as soon as you hit 40, and then you are still doing cool shit, that immediately becomes you're old. Why are you doing this? Yeah. Like it switches on you.
But Cody Ko, he has like a fucking earring. He still he like dresses.
I know, but I'm saying he's still cool.
Full head of hair. He's
like if you're 40, if in 10 years if he's still doing that, it's like, all right, give it up.
Yeah,
it's like okay.
Especially with this, because that's what he does, kind of like similar to what we're doing, like sketch comedy stuff. I feel like, if you're like 40 and you're not making it in like sketch, like fucking dumb videos that you're like recording in your house, like, you better have like made it at that point to be like an excuse to actually be doing it.
I know,
because it's not like playing the guitar. It's like you can learn that like your whole life.
Yes,
like it would be weird if you're like 55 and it's like, let's start a sketch comedy thing.
Podcast? How do we start one? I don't know.
Yeah, a couple like dads try to do like fucking like sketch comedy. I feel like
I would love to see our fathers try and come up with a script together. Our fathers meet for the first time, and we sit them down, and we're like, "You two sit in this room for a half hour, come up with a script, and then you have to both act in it.
Yeah,
we'll shoot it for you." That would be the worst thing of all time.
That should be like a sketch idea. We put our dads in the ring, and they're like,
sounds like a Mr. Beast video.
Yeah,
we put our two dads.
My dad and David's dad fucked. What?
Gone sexual. Jack's dad made a sketch.
It's like my dad video. Like pixelated
Gone
over
wrong.
his cock. He's like,
it's all like neon in the thumbnail.
What is Mr. Dugan like? Like, would you say you're similar? You guys are similar?
No, I'm much more like my mom.
What? I feel like your dad's like a serious guy.
Yes. He's not like serious. He's very dry. He's fucking hilarious. He's very funny, but it's like very dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
Not like
he wouldn't do weird. He wouldn't do like
he
play character
weird shit. No, like I put on a wig, or like I could put on like a dress or something and be like, "Isn't this funny?" He'd be like, "It's a little fruity." Like he wouldn't ever do that. But that's just also the generation above us. But like he's very funny, very dry, and much more like my mom. She's like very outgoing and a lot to handle sometimes, which is and I also look identical to her too. I don't look anything like my dad. Yeah,
your dad's like the guy in the sitcom. It's like the two people like fucking up, and he's like, well, look at those two. And then it's like
the laugh track.
Yeah. He has like those one-liner kind of like dry. Like,
he walks in.
Get a load of these.
Opens the door. What's going on here? The crowd applauds.
Yeah.
Yeah. You seem. I'm gonna try and get to the root of your father. His name's.
Well, he's gay.
Obviously, makes sense.
He does have kind of
Apple and
He
tree.
does have kind of a gay name though. If that helps you guess.
What does it start with?
P.
Peter.
No, close.
Peter's a pretty gay name.
There's a T in it too. Peter's a pretty gay name. Yeah.
Patrick.
Yes.
Patrick.
Isn't it kind of gay?
Does he go by
What's
Pat?
gayer, Pat or Patrick? Because Pat's like a woman's name too.
Pat's more trans.
Yeah.
Pat's pretty trans. I don't want to
Yeah,
say
because it's
gay.
like a.
You could either be like you're either a
It's like Jesse or something.
Yeah.
It'd be both.
You're either trans. If you're a Pat, you're either a transsexual and you bag groceries, or you're really tough and you're like a mechanic.
Or you're like a leprechaun. Patrick.
That too. Oh, you're poor. That too.
My dad's all three.
Yeah, you're a trans mechanic that's a leprechaun.
Yeah.
But I think Patrick is the gayer name.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's some very gay like names though. Like if you, it's always gay is always lengthened the name. Like if you're John,
Christopher.
If you're John, you're now Jonathan.
Yeah,
If you're Chris, you're Christopher.
No H in it too.
There's
Jonathan with just the N.
Yes.
Yeah. Or Christopher.
Yes, Joe Nathan basically.
Yeah.
Yes, Christopher.
Matthew.
Yeah.
Matthew's so gay.
To my friends in the gay community, why do you do that?
Yeah.
Comment below. Yes.
Why do you do that? Hey,
What is the root cause of your lengthening of your names?
No, but my he like mixes it up. Like with my mom, he's like Pat. With like in business, he's like Patrick Lyons speaking. He always says Patrick.
Oh, he's a silver
kinda
fox.
He is actually a silver fox.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's a big, sexy businessman.
Yeah. Big sexy businessman.
What does he do?
Just like sales.
Nice. That's a 50s job.
That is such a get on the phones.
Yes.
Great.
Hi, do you have 20 seconds to speak? This is Patrick Lyons
Yeah.
with blah, blah, blah agency.
Yeah. But he's a pretty serious guy. Yeah, our dads are also like, well, your dad's in your 50s. Like any guy in his 50s is like kind of serious.
If
Like,
they
compared to
acted
us.
like we did, yeah,
It'd be
they'd
weird.
Put in like a mental institution.
Yeah. What year do you think? How old do you think we need to be to like hang up on this? If we haven't made it,
To what?
if we like haven't made it with this, how old is it? Like, all right,
If I
we never give up. Right?
if I'm still here, and it also depends on if we're still here.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, we can make it work, but like if I'm still in the city, like
5 years.
I was saying like 30, because like I like doing it. I don't think I've
Yeah.
always loved comedy. I'm never gonna like stop it loving it.
Yeah, it's fun
Like,
to do it.
Yeah, and I'll probably be doing stand up.
But you know, there's some people that like start late, like even
Tommy Pope.
Yeah,
He said
that
he
I
started
met
at
on the train.
27. Yeah,
29.
29?
Stand up at 29.
there we go. Well, he's 40.
Stand up is different though. I feel like stand up you can do like later in life. It's seen as more like, I don't know, not like professional, but it's more like you're on a stage. I feel like sketch comedy, it's like I was dressed up like a
It's
fucking
a lot.
British rock
It's a
star,
lot to
like in a video.
walk over to the laptop, press record, and then ooh, okay, it's going, and sit down. If
Yeah.
you have like kids and a 401k,
Yeah.
like, you can't do that.
I feel like stand up, it's more like you play guitar in a coffee house on the weekends. It's like an act.
a
It's like
fun
thing.
little like night job, side gig.
Yeah,
that you
right.
do.
This
This
still
not
like
so
a
much.
little weirder to do.
Yeah.
But it's not. I don't think it's as weird. As
I think like
sketch
30.
comedy.
Yeah. Well, I was
30.
watching the Comedians in Cars show I love, and Kristen Wiig, she didn't get SNL until she was 30. She moved to LA at like 28, I want to say. I just totally made that up. I have no idea.
You do a whole biography of her life.
Yeah.
Kristen
no.
Wiig.
The only thing I know is that she got SNL when she was 30. That's it. And I just totally made up moving to LA when she was 28. But like, yeah, she got it when she was 30. So her career didn't blow up until then, I suppose. So
Did you have this phenomenon of like when I was a kid, I feel like I had such high expectations of myself. Not that I don't now, but I was like, I'm gonna be like a movie star. Like I'm gonna be like you had such high crazy.
I still
dreams.
believe it.
Yeah, I still kind
have those
of
aspirations.
believe it, right?
Yep.
So like you slowly become more comfortable. It's like whatever I end up doing, like it's gonna be fine because I know I'll be me. Like I know that if I hate my job, I'll like get out of it. Like I'll find something.
Yeah, true. I just don't want to like have a regret where I'm like, oh, I could have done that and I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why we pursue everything. Pursue everything. That's the lesson.
We'll put like a.
This isn't a comedy podcast. This is a motivational podcast.
Put like a graphic, like a explosion.
Knowledge drop. Boom. I'm gonna drop the mic. These things aren't bad. These mics.
Yeah.
They kind of sound weird in the last sketch we put out when we have it with the other mic. Like if it's just these, you only hear the audio and it's a little weird. The other one you hear a lot of the background noise, but it's kind of better quality for the talking.
Yeah,
So
was
weird.
it though? I feel like you need to be like, if the mic's here, you need to be like right here. So like, it's better if it was just one person. If it was like me, sitting in front
on
of the
our last
computer
sketch,
with the
I'm
mic.
saying where we
Oh,
recorded
yeah.
it was a little weird, but like it's fine for a podcast. Won't be that big of an issue because we have like music and shit coming in that.
Yeah,
I want to get the mics they have in porn. I don't know what it is, but god damn, those things rip.
they definitely have like a boom mic.
Are those better? I don't like why they use those in movies because they don't use these little.
Yeah, I guess they're better, and just like when someone's controlling it, they can get like closer to like them move as they're moving. I'm not really sure. Imagine being the porn boom mic guy. It's like so weird.
They all have to be hard in the studio, right?
What? Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, I don't think so.
If you watched it every day, if you were,
your brain's shot.
yeah, right. You're just numb. Like
I bet 67% of guys that work in porn kill themselves.
Probably.
Like your brain just doesn't work anymore.
You definitely don't watch porn if you're in porn.
Nah, I bet there's some sick freaks.
Yeah, because you do.
You gotta love the game. You gotta be You gotta be a fan of the game.
Yeah, that would be a low of life if you're like, yeah, I work at adult entertainment. I'm a fucking porn boom mic guy.
It is pretty cool.
What?
It is pretty cool. For like 3 years, it'd be pretty neat. If you're single that's a 19-year-old
Definitely don't
dream.
get paid a lot. Definitely don't get paid.
No, if you're like the production assistant.
No.
Yeah,
a PA for Pornhub.
Yeah, no.
Can you imagine if someone like
Applied.
on LinkedIn or something was like thrilled and humbled to announce I'm joining as a producer at Pornhub Studios.
I'm gonna be holding the boom mic in front of Kendra Lust's face.
Thrilled, humbled, and torqued to announce I'll be joining Pornhub. Can't wait to learn the ins and outs of.
I wonder,
the
if they have
industry.
recruiters that you can hit up, be like, "Hey, blah blah blah. Saw your profile. I think you'd be great for a production assistant in the porn industry." Did you watch that documentary about the hub?
That one
About the hub?
No, I haven't.
No, I didn't
Is it
see
about
it.
how it's like fucked up for you, or like the industry of porn?
Yeah, how it like fucking
Yeah,
destroys like girls. And
I think
stuff
I
like
actually saw that. Like, it came out like a while ago, right?
that. It was like last year.
Oh damn.
I was watching it.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah.
I walk in, he's just like
like-
watching porn. As soon as I walk in, pause. What's up?
I'll edit this out, but he seems like a guy that would do like no nut for like his whole like he wouldn't. He's like, I need to retain my semen. Is that his vibe?
No, that's
Are
definitely
you a semen retention guy?
no.
I mean,
the most
like masturbation. Obviously, like
I
when
mean-
you're with your girl and stuff.
like we can come back in right now, but like
Yeah.
no, I don't think. Not really. Like I've done like challenges just to like test myself. I've gone like 2 or 3 weeks without it, and like it was fine. It was a fun challenge.
Mhm.
I'm not like a sexual freak. Like I don't need it.
Yeah.
Like I don't really. Now that I have a girlfriend, I don't nearly as much anymore.
Do you see those videos where it's like, boys, once you get past 3 weeks, like you can fly. Your mental acuity is on another level.
Yeah, it's like they're like
You could read minds.
Powers. No, it doesn't. You probably are just way angrier and way hornier.
I feel like after about 10 days, it's like kind of like plateaus. It's like, I don't really get,
No,
like, I'm just like really horny all the time. Like I don't really,
you're like, I gotta release this.
yeah.
Else it's gonna be a problem. No, it's much more Miles.
Yeah.
Miles is like the Huberman sketch that we're gonna put out. That is Miles. That's the inspiration for that sketch. Miles, if you're watching, you're the reason
Why
we're putting out that Huberman
He
sketch.
takes like 10 pills in the morning and like does.
He's always. I love him to death. That kid. He's always like finding something new, and that's his thing. So like,
yeah.
he came back when he was last in New York.
He's a mouth tape guy.
He's done it.
Yeah.
He's done it. He's done earplugs. He cold showers. Wake up in the morning, rip open the blinds, get
Is he
sunlight.
consistent with, like, or does he kind of
like
do it as like a fad? He's like
2 hours
cold shower
before coffee. I think it's just more of the fad,
yeah.
but like I don't know. It's always something, and it's like always just an experiment. Like he never does it. He never like for me. I do it, but like not intentionally. Almost like I'll wait. Like because he said you're supposed to have like wait 2 hours before your cup of
Yeah.
coffee.
I believe in that. I actually believe in that.
Yeah, but like I'm not like checking the clock. Miles
Yeah.
will be like 10 more minutes, and I can have it. For me, it's just like I'll go a while and be like, yeah, I guess I could have one now and do it. Like that's how it should be. It's not like Andrew Huberman says I have to take a cold shower, so I'm gonna go shrink my testicles in that thing. No, like and he's always come up with something new. Last time he was in New York, he came. He's like, I'm on a new diet. We're like, oh, that's cool. He's like, yeah, so get this. It's awesome. It's 6 days of discipline, and then on the 7th day, you can eat whatever you want. And I'm like, okay, tell me more. He's like, all right, it's the 6 days. You eat very high protein and low carb. So he's like, for breakfast, it's like I can have eggs and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And then for lunch, I'll do like chicken and rice and broccoli and something similar for dinner. It's like a protein, a carb, and a veggie. And then I do that for 6 days. And on the 7th day, I eat whatever I want. I was like, that's just any diet ever. Like that's not like a special thing. He's like, it's great. I could eat whatever I want on this day. Like you don't have to follow it. Like it's the Bible.
New hack unlocked. Turns out more protein helps you.
Yeah, it's like you can have a donut here. That's just like any regular. That's exactly how we were eating basically, unintentionally at our old apartment. And I was like, that's how we did it. Like for 9 months. He's like, I know, but now it's like official. I'm like, okay.
I feel like you're like good with the diet.
Yeah, for the most part.
That's where I struggle, dude.
Really?
I think I would be like ripped if I like was really good diet.
To let loose with some chicken tendies.
Dude, I'll like smoke a little bit or something. I'll go to town on food.
It's bad.
Or even just at night, like even if I'm not high, I'll just like I get hungry. I get so hungry, and I'm like,
Daddy's gotta eat.
Go to town on food.
What are you munching?
Like last night, dude, we went and got like McFlurry. Or no, I got Froyo. I love Froyo.
Froyo's the shit, and it's not that bad for you. Well,
yeah, but I pile on like
the gummy bears,
cheesecake bites, and a $12 Froyo. Like that's like a lot of Froyo.
Oh, that's a heavy thing.
Yeah,
you put it on there, it's just thunk.
But yeah, I also just love. I don't like eating like the same thing every day. Like I love trying. Like I'm a big foodie. Like I love trying new food. I'm usually pretty good during the week, and then the weekends I'm like kind of resets everything. Like
it's very Jonathan of you.
Yeah,
I'm just a bit of a foodie.
I go on Yelp and I check the reviews.
You always take pictures like that.
Yeah,
like I appreciate that you enjoy food, but I don't think I would ever willingly say I'm a foodie. I'm like the gayest straight guy I'm thinking that you'll ever meet. After saying that, like I'm very.
You're not a foodie, so you're not
flamboyant. No, but just saying, like, making fun of you for saying foodie. Yeah, like, I'm very flamboyant in some things, and other things. I think it's the small town in me. I'm like, it's fucking gay. I would never say that.
What's your most like gay trait?
Probably taking in the ass when I get a couple drinks in me.
Yeah, me too.
Giving head to other men.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty gay.
I don't know what my gayest trait. I mean, I used to twerk in college. I
love how you said that like it was like an addiction. I used to twerk in college.
I had a real problem. My mom confronted me one day about my twerking.
Well, you just had like a couple glasses of wine and you're like, go bitch.
I'd have a couple glasses of wine and then my feet would just end up on a wall while Gas Pedal was playing.
Yeah. I mean, you do have a dumpy. You gotta fucking flex that shit.
Not in these jeans.
You show, yeah.
I'll show people my butt. These
jeans do like an asshole shot.
Flatter. These jeans don't flatter.
I don't know, dude. It still looks pretty good.
You think so?
Do the twerk.
That right there. You already twerk on your wall? Take down the whole thing?
Yeah, you knock down the flex wall.
Yeah, I had drink and then twerk to songs, and like all my friends were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" The girls loved it.
Yeah, girls loved it.
Which is definitely why they said I was a gay best friend.
Was that your way of like flirting? Like, was that your?
I think low key. I think very subconsciously, I was like, if I'm not super, they don't want someone super macho and oh yeah, that's sick. That's really cool. Yeah, like I try to be the opposite of like frat bro. I think.
But then it does sometimes backfire.
Sometimes
like you go too far.
I think sometimes it backfires.
Like when you like would kiss a guy.
Yeah, once I'd have one too many, then I'd just start making out with the guy in his house. Yeah,
you're like the guy like those TikToks was like when like the guy makes it to like the girl's sleepover. It's like, well done, soldier.
That's what I always don't get is like the guy that plays gay, like that whole like funny running joke about how like playing gay to get to the sleepover, and then when you get to the sleepover, like I've never understood this. It's not going to work.
Yeah, they're like, all right, now that you're here, let's bang.
Yeah, like that's not like we know you're gay, so you're gonna fuck us. Like that's not how it works.
Yeah, they're just gonna talk to you more.
There's two things. It's either you come out and you're like, I'm actually straight, and they're like, get the fuck out, or you like play, or you try to be like have sex with them, and they're like, no, you're gay. You're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. what would you say you have like good flirting skills? Like, would you say you're a solid flirter? And what is like your go-to?
I think I'm like very low key.
Yeah, it's like a slow. You're like a slow burn guy.
You don't like outright
Mhm.
flirt. It's a very like you have to like slip it in.
Yeah, well,
Low key. I mean, slipping it in unless you slip it in.
yeah, you don't really have like a line or something.
No, not really.
No,
It all depends on the situation.
I feel like lines are like cringy. Like no human talks it. No one's like, "Well, you from Tennessee because you're the only Tennessee." It sounds so not.
But
natural.
I will say though, on those TikToks of like going up to people at like colleges with the lines, granted they edit it so it works every time, but like it seemingly works more than you'd think.
Yeah, but if those are usually not cheap. Are you talking about like that one? His name's like Steven or something. He just
know.
goes up to people on campus and he's like, "Oh, you're so beautiful" or something.
I don't know. It's one of those. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't consider that like a pickup line. I guess maybe more like, I don't know, like one of those like cheesy ones. It's like, "You a library book? Because I'm checking you out."
Yeah,
like
yeah. No one talks like that. I guess. Also, if you're hot, though, you can get away with anything.
Too.
You know.
Yeah, I'm like a solid like 6. I would put myself. Like I'm not. I don't think I'm hot enough to be able to just say anything and like
get away with it.
I mean, my track history just reflects that. So
yeah, I mean, you can't say the N-word and get away with it. If you were an 8, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. 8s. This just in. 8s can say the N-word. If you're an 8 or higher, you have the pass.
You can say.
What was I just saying? That
your flirting skills.
Oh yeah. No, like it's not. I think part of my charm is that I'm like very low key with it. I come off as a friend, almost. That's not what I'm going for. This makes me sound like pick me, but like, you know what I mean. I don't come out very like, what's up? I'm trying to have sex.
Yeah. It's a slow burn. It's like, oh, David doesn't need me. So that's,
no. Yeah.
So
now
like,
I want him so bad.
Yeah.
I want him so bad.
God, he's so hot.
No,
God, his mustache and his cool jacket.
See, I think I'm like a 6 too.
Yeah.
If my head were a little bigger, I'd be. I have a tiny head, dude. I can't wear it.
You're like a good looking guy. Seriously, you have like a good head of hair, good eyebrows.
Are we doing this right now? Is this?
I mean, you said you're fucking gay guilty pleasure.
Buy our Patreon to see Jack and I have sex. How we would probably make if we had like a following that we could make some money with an OnlyFans.
Totally. I think even if we didn't have a following, 2 straight guys bang. 2 20-year-old straight guys bang.
Well, that's what the Island Boys did.
Yeah,
they're brothers.
Yeah. Would you bang a dude for a cash grab?
Yes. This is the age-old question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The people that pretend they won't are the closeted homosexuals.
And you're the bottom. That changes.
Add a couple dollars. Add a couple dollars to it. That's the age-old question. You always played that game in high school. You know, how much would you?
It is like homophobic to say, but there's something about just being a guy and just being like this and just fucking getting railed in the ass. You're like, it kind of like takes away your.
It's a little demor. Jack Lyons being on all fours, getting fucked in the ass. It's a little emasculating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is emasculating. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Because if you did do it for the cash grab, like I couldn't pretend like I was into it. I couldn't be like, like I would just. I would probably be like silent, like deeply breathing.
I think you want to act like you're into it. Otherwise, it's gonna be
like if you're.
It's gonna be over a lot quicker if you're into it.
Yeah, if you're doing it, then just buy it. Like go all in. Like, if you're gonna do it, then do it.
Well, that's what, I have a theory that if I sucked a dick, it would be really good. I think I know exactly what to do.
Yeah,
you know,
that's why like lesbians are better at like eating out girls because it's like that's their own part. They know it well.
Are gay guys better at sucking dick? Is this a theory?
Probably, yeah.
Should we do some research?
just because, yeah. Let's do a live experiment.
Mm-hmm. We try that.
Patreon,
but we're not gay though, so it'd be hard to tell. I think what I'm saying is we have to watch gay porn and see how good they are at giving toppy.
Yeah,
you know,
like you fucking haven't, dude.
Yeah, okay, you're right. I know the answer to my own question. I got you, motherfuckers. Can I put my feet on this, or do you not want that?
Get your.
You can say no. You can say no.
That's fine.
Because I also don't have a coaster for my coffee, and I don't want to leave rings on your beautiful
rings.
I don't want to leave rings on your beautiful wood.
That'll be all good. But so your biggest gay thing is the twerking.
Probably that's what first came to mind. I don't know. I'm just also not very like
manly.
super masculine. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not Masc.
Yeah, neither am I.
You're more femme.
I wouldn't say I'm like femme, but I'm just like I have anxiety. Like I don't like. I'm not really like. Like I grew up. I had like a very nice life. Like I didn't have any like pain that like makes me like hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's one thing though that I've gotten better at. Like over the years though, is like being in tune with like
your own masculinity,
anxiety, and like emotions and stuff. Is like the small town is like you're worried about that. It's fucking gay. Like get over it.
Yeah.
And that's what I was like in high school.
What are you worried about? College. There's one fucking store in this place. There's nothing to be worried about.
Like it's
South.
Oh, of course, yeah. You know, upstate New York is basically. Well, I mean, they have enough Confederate flags that they basically think to the south.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've gotten much better with that over time. Like before, if I was feeling sad, I'd be like, "Quit being a bitch."
Yeah. Now you're like,
now I'm like,
"Hey, it's okay."
Now I'm like, "It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm like, just have anxiety. just smoke. Just smoke and chill."
Yeah. Just chill out.
We can take a quick break. I'm gonna take a pee.
Okay. So you twerked, you came to your anxiety. I would say my biggest like gay trait is I'm like big into skincare. Like I use moisturizer like every night, like that kind of shit.
Sus.
Or
I mean that's pretty straight. That's pretty dope though.
Yeah, I like fashion. I like to like look nice.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah.
No, that's not. I mean, I agree with you. I've been getting more into that,
and like I'm not afraid to like show my emotions. I feel like
no, with your lady, yeah.
But I do think that's like the new wave of masculine is like just being completely cool with every part, even like the more feminine parts of yourself. Yeah, like that's what girls like.
Really, I'm the man. It doesn't matter. This is who I am.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
We got to the root of masculinity today.
Yeah.
You're going to learn a whole lot listening to this.
That's what everyone wants to listen to. Two straight white guys talking about masculinity.
You've never heard this before. This is all revolutionary
on a podcast
thoughts that we're putting together. Yes. Well, I think like at the end of the day, this is my Freud theory. Everything that a guy does is to court a woman. Like part of like the guys that are super soft and in touch with their emotions and they dress like
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's because they want to bang goth girls.
Right, and that's what goth girls are into.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you're like? If you like look at yourself from a girl's perspective, what like category do you think you fit in? Like, what kind of type are you?
Give me some options.
I mean, it can.
I'm obviously the bad boy. I'm obviously a bad boy.
I'm so bad.
I walk through and I go,
yeah. Key this car.
Yeah.
I've never gotten like in elementary school and stuff. I never got in trouble. I was like such a goody two shoes kid.
Really?
Never got detention.
Me too. I got a yellow card in Miss Ionelli's first grade class one time. Oh,
I hated getting in trouble, dude.
Not even red. I was so scared.
I don't know. Is it you're the oldest too? Do you think it's the oldest? I think it's the oldest thing.
It might be.
I hated getting in trouble.
I remember in college one time, we were climbing on the Abe Lincoln statue by ESF.
Yeah.
It's freshman year.
Yeah.
I had an empty bottle of Svedka with me. It was just a cool looking bottle, so I took it. And we're playing around in that. It all of a sudden flashlights. We go, hey! And then like two. They're not even like cops. They're like security officers come down. And I'm with my friend Rob and this kid. Doesn't matter.
No.
Well, put his name in the top of the screen, whatever it is. And they like sit there and talk to the cops, and I just go. My eyes get wide, and I just grab the bottle and I go. And start walking away. And they're like, just, hey, like, don't, do that. And they're like, where's your friend going? And they got all sussed out that I, like, had a gun or something, so I just started walking away. And then they're like,
I'm good. You're
like, call me back over. And they're like, hey, come here. And I was like, tears in my eyes. And I was like, I was calling my mom. I was like, my mom called me. She didn't at all. Total lie. Yeah. And then I got back home. I was like, the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was tough. So
yeah, tears are pretty embarrassing.
Moral of the story: I was very afraid of getting in trouble.
Yeah,
I still am. I think
I still am too.
Low-key.
Yeah, I've gotten better at it, but like in middle school and shit, I was such a rule follower.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like small things, like in college, like I would never cut the line. Like I did not like cutting line. Like when you would try to get into a bar. Like, come on. Like,
I always feel weird doing
that. I always feel so weird, right?
I don't
You're
like
it. Come on, be a pussy. Like, come on up.
Yeah, I don't like
these
it.
People, These people have been waiting.
Look at all these nice people behind us.
Yeah. These kind people have been waiting
the
entire
night. Make a stand there. I won't stand for this, Jason.
Yeah.
They've been waiting here in the cold for a half hour. They deserve it.
You're like,
yeah, you can go first. Yeah, that's how I want to earn going first in line. I want to earn their love and respect. So they let me in. You know what? Everyone's like, go on ahead. I'm like, really? You mean it? They're like, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I got fired and it wasn't that big of a deal. I think it all depends on if you care or not. Like,
what do you think is your most masculine trait?
My giant 12-inch penis.
Well, we know that's a lie.
Yeah.
Like what's your actual?
Fuck. I don't know. What's masculine trait? That's a tough one. I'm gonna let you go first.
You're like really into like World War shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I love
like,
history.
Like Gil's bit. He's like, you're
a Republican if you start early onset Republican.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
You're into war shit.
Well, it's not early onset Republican. I have it. I'm there. I'm infected by it.
Yeah.
But yeah, very like history, World War II, military history. Like it's very. I think that's a very traditionally masculine thing to be like. I need to gain knowledge. Like you need to curate,
and especially about like guns and war.
Yes.
Like it needs to be military war.
Military strategies. And in case I ever get called up to be a general, I need to know what I'm going to do.
I don't know why this made me think of this, but I one time tried doing paintball. And it was during a paintball tournament. And there was legit an 80-year-old man like in this, like it literally like a military tent. He had like fake fucking like medals. He looked like a decorated veteran. And he had that like big war map with like those things where like you push stuff.
You're shitting me.
For paintball.
You're shitting me.
Isn't that insane? He was probably 80 years old. I fought in the Great Paintball War of 1772.
Well, he was definitely in Nam and lost a whole bunch of brain cells.
Yeah, he's like there. He's like having PTSD from the paintball.
Yeah, you're walking through the woods and stuff. He's like, it's the Japs! And you're like, no, Mr. Johnson, it's not the Japs.
It's like a bunch of 10-year-olds playing paintball.
It's just a stoner, a 14-year-old stoner. Yeah. He goes, you hear that? They're in the trees.
Yeah.
Goddamn
I mean, I feel like mine's probably just like liking sports. Probably, I really like
about
sports.
As straight as it gets.
That's pretty straight. That's pretty straight.
That's pretty straight, Masc.
Like I feel like when you say, like, I almost feel ashamed when I'm like, what are you into? I'm like, I'm really into sports. Like, I'm talking like a girl.
Yeah,
I feel like girls are like,
that's what I'm saying. You got to go a little more femme to approach.
Right. Like, I just love their uniforms.
Yeah. Did you see Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce?
Travis Kelce is so hot.
Oh my god, that pisses me off so much. You see that new trend? It's like, because of Taylor Swift, like people like she kind of put Travis Kelce on the map. That's what girlfriend is saying now.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten hit with that because my lady hates Taylor Swift. Bless up. I love you very much. But if she did, I would probably kill her.
Yeah.
I would murder her.
Did you know that other trend where it's like, how often do you think of the Roman Empire?
Yeah.
How often do you think of the Roman Empire?
She hit me with that, and like I genuinely like this was before I knew the trend. I was like probably twice a week.
Twice a week, dude. Yeah. That's a lot. Well, I feel like you're like, if you're in the war shit, you're in the like.
They're very impactful.
Yeah. My brother's like a big Roman Empire. Like, watch all the documentaries.
He's autistic, isn't he?
A little bit.
He's got a little tism.
Yeah, he does.
My youngest one's got a little tism in my family.
Does he love the Roman Empire?
No, he loves Russia. He loves Russia, and he wears the same like Irish cap every day since Ireland. He's worn it every day.
That's kind of sick, though. He's like a Peaky Blinder.
If you met him, he's like, yeah. Imagine like an autistic Peaky Blinder. But order the Peaky Blinders. We'll take 3 rounds of whiskey, please. Please. And you can wind up to 20%. Yeah, we'll tip you.
Like, Angus, what are you doing? He's like playing with action figures in the background.
Well, I'm merely strategizing. I love doing that voice so much.
Yeah, like a little kid voice.
No fucking fighting in here, please. No fucking fighting.
Yeah. Like you would never go up to a chick and be like, I'm really into warfare.
No, that's a
Yeah.
surefire way to go home and jerk off later that night.
2 war movies.
Yeah, you want to guarantee? Yeah, you jerk off to Vietnam.
Can I finger you while we watch Secretary or like not Secretary?
That's what I was wondering. I think I have a bit I wrote about that. It's like, okay, maybe not. Maybe I just totally lost it. My mind went.
I have a bit that.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah,
it's good. I got to work on it a little bit.
Fingering a chick, watching
I think it's about
war
like,
movie.
How there's always like TV on in the background. It's like how can you bone to like National Geographic or the History Channel?
Yes.
I don't know where
a funny thought. No, that's funny.
Like how do you maintain an erection when you have
that would be hilarious if
talk
it was
about like Stonewall Jackson.
That'd be hilarious if it was like a Nat Geo like animal one and that it was like showing a banging, like the animals banging in the scene.
And
watch these 2 animals as they fornicate, and it's like you fucking
and you're like hitting it from the side.
Yeah.
If you looked and saw,
watch as he misses the vagina hole once again. He can't seem to find it.
Oh, you're saying? Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. You're like, this is kind of scary accurate.
This mating ritual. Listen to his mating call.
The male.
Babe!
The male usually comes within 3 minutes.
The female goes to bed angry yet again.
Even though his girlfriend asked him to not stop what he's doing.
Here you see the female use technology to her advantage.
This is definitely TMI. I don't know if I'm going to keep this in. But I'm actually working on a bit about...
Yeah, you snakes out there watching this
because
steal his bit.
Like I'm like kind of like a fast comer. Every guy's like a fast comer. Sometimes.
Don't let them tell you that guys aren't. All right,
but it's the worst. It's the worst when you're getting like kind of a rhythm, and your girl's like, just don't stop. Like whatever you do, like don't stop. Oh my god! And I'm like, please just hold out for something. And then I'm like,
something about the male brain. As soon as you hear a woman say, "I'm close," you're like, "What?" Yeah, you spill everywhere. That happened to me this morning. Every single time.
Please, whatever you do, don't stop.
And then they get so mad afterwards. Does your lady get like disappointed? Yeah, she's like,
I'm sorry.
She's like, I'm glad you had a good time. You're like, like I can't.
I usually try to like help her finish, like make sure she finishes. But yeah, one time, I'm not even kidding. One time, she's like, whatever you know. I literally, as I'm coming, I go, sorry, and I came with like on her stomach. Just the most shameful, like guilt-fueled cum just ever. Sorry, fuck.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
She probably was like, Jesus, who am I dating right now?
God damn it. You're like, I love you so much.
This guy's such a pussy.
Like, good night.
Yeah, that's my most femme quality.
Going to
say sorry when I'm coming.
That's about the least Masc that you can do. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. That's like what Canadians do. I feel like
sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I got in your eye, didn't I? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
What else, Jack? What else is on your mind as of late? I saw a funny tweet talking about like Taylor Swift could get a whole bunch of girls to do anything. She's like, if she tweeted like all of you,
she's like the
go
Trump.
Invade Poland, they'd be like, we're going to Warsaw.
She's like Trump, except instead of like middle-aged people from the South, it's like 20 to 30-year-old.
She's
girls.
like Trump, except I don't like her. I know, yeah, it's like a cult. I don't get it. Here's what I'm going to offend a lot of people.
Okay.
All 3 people that are going to listen to this episode.
Mm-hmm.
She's not attractive. I don't find her attractive.
Really?
She's a pretty girl, but like
she's pretty.
I don't. Her music kind of name more than 5 songs.
She's a couple good songs.
Name 5.
I can't. But I think she's been around. Like she was big when we were in like 5th grade. If you could see.
Well, yeah.
So like people that stick around that long, I feel like they just have like ingrained like such a special.
Adam Levine blows her out of the water. Hit for hit, Levine's so much better. Maroon 5, so many bangers. Pitbull, so many bangers. He's alive.
To be honest, you jailed.
You masturbated, didn't you? I can smell it on you. I can smell your jizz in the air, Tony.
You going out tonight, man? With Chucka?
Yeah, I might come here.
Did you just hit the McGregor walk across our podcast studio? That's okay.
No, you can't.
You're allowed.
We're filming. What we're talking about?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is overrated. I kind of agree, but I also think she's so famous to the point where it's like she kind of has to be overrated because you're so famous. It's like You know what I mean? Like when something's so good, or like it's like a burger that's like everyone's like, this is the best burger you've ever had, and then obviously when you try it, your expectations are gonna be lower because.
Yeah, but these fucking water brains that listen to her, they don't care. They're like, this is the greatest artist that's ever lived.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bit like the same people that love Taylor Swift and Harry Styles. Like, for the longest time, I was like, oh, they don't really love her. It's just like, oh, we love her just because it's Taylor Swift and everyone else loves her song, we'll love her. No, they like are genuinely like obsessed.
Yeah.
For shitty songs.
Yeah.
Lavender Haze, great song. Love that song. Everything else, go to hell.
Like this year, she's really hit like. I think she's one of the top 15 most famous musical artists of all time. Think about how famous she is.
That's pretty fab.
No, but seriously though, in terms of fame, she's so famous.
Like who's number one? It's got to be Elvis or MJ.
Elvis or MJ, the Beatles.
Yeah. The Stones, top maybe. They're top three.
And then, dude, like, how many more?
Madonna, Elton John,
Queen.
I know. Like for
Taylor Swift has like 700 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
She's like defined this era, I would say. And of our generation, she's probably the most famous artist.
Famous, yeah, but she didn't define anything. You know what she defined is ugly girls singing shitty songs. She trailblazed that genre.
Yeah. Yeah.
There goes our fan base.
Yeah.
Anywho.
If there was any.
Yeah, all two people that are going to listen. Well, 3. Tony will listen to this. Yeah. Sylvan.
Tony is the best style.
You know what's femme? These
posters. The blonde.
The Vogue with the bubble blowers.
Yeah. What the hell is that? That's like a good taste of femme. Then we have the map of Iceland. That's like right. Super. That's like Viking.
Nice yin yang in here.
Yeah. You just found that on the street.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it in a frame?
Yeah.
It's
like an
hard.
old map of Iceland. Isn't that cool?
It's kind of hard. Where'd you find it?
I don't know. Just like
what
in
street?
The East Village.
What street? I'm going there tonight.
Cozy? Like literally like.
Yeah, near where you live, like in Alphabet City.
We're leaving Cozy's and there was just
like 8th or 9th between B and C.
Thank you.
I think he lives in like 8th or 9th between like B and C.
Okay, so he's pretty close then.
Yeah.
Whoa.
See.
That'd not bad if you took the laptop down. I got a new job, Tony.
Yeah, that was something.
Thank you, sir. Very happy. Fuck you, EY. See ya.
How's it been so far?
I haven't started. I just start the week, Tuesday after this coming one. Well, supposedly, I'm like they have to like my background check has to clear. They got to get my laptop and text. So like we'll aim for that day, but like and maybe a couple days later. So we'll see. What?
What are you doing?
Private markets investment research.
Oh, you ended up.
I got that one. I'm a senior analyst.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Senior analyst for their research team, specifically in private markets investment research. Cool. So it's like equity research, but for private markets. So I can do like a lot of like real estate and like hard assets like timber and coal, and then like private equity funds. Pretty much anything that's not like a public stock or bond, I do. So pretty neat. I'm pretty pumped.
How can people like explain what they do for their job and just rewording the name of their title? So I'm a private equity analyst, so I analyze private equity and equitize private analyzation.
I'm a production associate for Pornhub, so really what I do.
I analyze porn.
Yeah, I analyze. I analyze senior porn.
Yeah, I'm in the GILF division.
You may have heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, you got anything else, or are you tapped out, Mr. Party Animal?
This guy's fucking tapped out.
Yeah. He looks like he's ready for round 2.
He beat his meat like 4 times.
Yeah, you were edging in there. We heard you. You were
you guys going
gooning.
out? Dude, want to hear something so dumb that I did? I was like, David came over, and I was like, all right, let's get ready. Get my laptop. I left my backpack at Teppan Room, or the ramen place.
Actually?
I left it there. I just totally forgot. Thank God they fucking had it, dude. I just called them.
So you went to get it?
Took a taxi.
I had to like take a taxi. Yeah, I spent like $180 today. No, actually, no way. Like $100. Like $100.
Yeah.
I like 150 now with the city bike and the taxi.
City bikes are cheap. It's like $5.
I will never take a city bike.
What?
Really? It's so fun. It's so fun.
You've got a little European verve to you, though.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You got a little European in you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You're able to drive in between like really
Europeans.
spaces.
I love their bikes. I don't like it. I saw a guy get railed by a car.
Really?
He was fine. He got right back up, but he got railed. It's just I don't know. I just don't like it. It spooks me, and I just think it's a
I
little.
love the thrill. It's like,
The
ooh.
first time we went city biking was I was scared shitless. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That was our first time biking.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, you'll never catch me on one of those things.
They're like
Sick
industrial.
jacket, by the way.
Thank you.
Right?
$30 at the thrift store.
What?
My friend saw it. She's like, because I had another one. I left it in a hotel room in Ireland, and I was pissed because I loved it. And she came across
Like the
this
style, like the varsity.
Yeah, similar, same thing, but it was inverse color pattern. So the
Blue.
letters were orange and then it was
Yeah.
blue. And she saw it. She was like, "It's $30. Do you want it? It's an XL." I was like, "Yes." So she got it and brought it over.
That's sick.
It's nice, right?
Yeah, I love like varsity Letterman jacket vibe.
I only get ones for teams or things I like though.
Mhm.
Like people will wear sports teams for anything. It has to be a Bills, Syracuse,
Yeah.
Yankees, Knicks.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I won't do it.
yeah, I agree.
It has to be something
That
I
would be
like.
weird if you wore like something else.
But I like old vintage BMW shirts.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Those are sick.
Yeah.
Abercrombie has some cool stuff.
All right, let's end on what's the craziest question you can think of?
Tony, what's a crazy question?
It's like a weird question that's on your mind. Like we were talking what's our gayest trait?
We
So
talk
you're
a lot
saying,
about porn.
Yeah, we need to stop doing that.
Well, that's pretty
What's
funny.
what's the opposite of porn?
Because I don't know how else to be funny. Besides
Yeah.
having penises and porn.
Boobies
It's funny stuff, yeah. That was a funny bit with the 50 guys. Had guys dirty talk in the 50s.
Yeah. Let me see your clit, man.
Yeah. I would.
There's
Your
no
clitoris was the size
there's
of an
no
oyster on a
way-
half shell.
to go back to that. There's no way guys in the 50s ate out girls.
No way.
Zero.
No, well, even in the
girls probably never
Sopranos in
came.
the 80s, they were making fun of the guy for doing it.
What about medieval times?
Oh, it probably smelled. Ah.
People probably smelled like shit until
Yeah.
the 80s, 70s. I mean, no, there's a bunch of
No.
70s that
I would say
smelled like
I would say
shit.
1940, post World War II. You think they had deodorant? They have
I
shower.
guess.
Probably 1900. Good quality shampoo.
Yeah, like Head and Shoulders.
Yeah.
An American staple.
As fucked up as it sounds, I feel like
1927.
in medieval times, when you banged, I feel like there was no it was just all
It was raw.
grunting and primal.
There was not sensual love making. You
Yeah.
didn't make love. You fucked.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Squire.
You think? I think.
Squire.
I also think squirting's a new invention.
Yeah, right? That wasn't real.
No one squirted until 2008.
Hear ye, let us squirt.
Come, gather round. Ooh. The surf is about to squirt.
Yeah.
Gonna happen. Oh, so you always squirt,
Fair
man.
maiden is about to unleash her.
Oh, pardon me. I'll go grab a towel. So
They
you
probably
can
thought you were
squirt
a
safely.
witch or something back then if you squirted.
If you squirted, yeah, you definitely
Hang her.
bird at the
She
stake. Yeah.
squirted.
Drown her! Drown her! She squirted!
What even is that down there?
There's pee flowing. It's not pee.
Yeah, they probably just thought it was
Yeah.
That might be a cool party
They
trick.
they definitely didn't have butt plugs back then or something.
No, they didn't have butt plugs back then. That's the
No.
worst. You said that seriously.
That's
No,
pretty,
they
it's a
didn't.
pretty not a super complex technology. It's just a plug, a little
Yeah, but
probably hurt.
it's pretty hard to make. I feel like
Well, because
it's
back then, more people were openly
Oh, there's
gay,
some-
back in the day.
You see in the buildings back then, there's some engineers. They could come up with some cool stuff.
Yeah. I think that was more of a torture device. I remember I saw that they used to have a torture device that was an expanding butt plug.
Bring me the butt plug.
Oh, yeah. She squirted. So her asshole will get expanded.
We're going to seal her shut. I don't get obviously I've never had one in, so I can't talk about it. But
Sure, man.
how is it pleasurable to just seal it up?
Well, Tony can speak from experience.
It probably makes a
He has
cool
one in
sound.
right now.
Whenever it makes a cool sound, it comes out thunk. Does it vibrate?
There's Bluetooth ones. Yeah.
Is that what the box was in the trash?
Okay, really funny story. I'll probably cut this out, but there's this kid in our fraternity. His name was Jack McKenzie. He was in Whitman. Do you know Jack McKenzie?
I may. I know Jack Ramsey,
and
the golden boy.
Yeah, and we just saw him, and he in our like big group chat, someone like one of his roommates like sent a picture of like a receipt on their table, and it was like for like a fucking Bluetooth vibrating butt plug. It was like $70, and they're like at Jack, like, yo, what's this, man? He's like, it's for my girlfriend. So then we called him like butt plug jigs and stuff.
And BPJ. That's
Yeah,
good. It's good stuff. That's a
but
classic.
then found out that it was for him.
How did you find that out? You're sitting there watching sports and you hear.
Yeah, he's like, whose phone's going off right now?
I don't know. I don't know. It's not mine.
Yeah, but it was like, oh shit.
That's pretty
Was it a joke?
Masc, if you ask me.
Yeah, butt plugs.
Just shoving something up there and being like confident about it. That's about as masculine. as you can
Bejeweled, like a bejeweled butt plug.
get. Yeah, that's pretty hard. That's
Fucking
hard. as
glimmer,
shit.
it glimmers.
That's dope as hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're like, this is mine. What
Yeah.
about it? This is going right in my ass and nothing's coming out.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
I mean that's your gayest trait. The butt plug.
What?
The gayest trait is that.
But I think it's pretty masculine.
Okay.
What's more masculine being like, yeah, there's something up there. What about it?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it?
What's it to you?
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
go ahead, grab the handle, pull it out. It'll just make me come. Yeah.
Little baby. I'm gonna get the nut out of it. So.
You have a problem with it? Pull it out. See what happens. Would feel pretty nice though. I'll tell you that. I have a
feel
feeling.
like the first time you have a butt plug in, when you pull it out, it probably because you never haven't experienced that before. So you're like, am I like poop? Am I like shitting right now? Like nothing has exited your asshole besides shit before.
Speak for yourself, brother.
Once had a baby come out of there.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
where
how
babies come from, dude.
I didn't know the science behind that. But
How? When did you realize like how like babies were made? Like when did that like all transpire to you? When did you realize? I thought because initially I thought babies just like
fourth grade, probably.
popped up. And like no, when did you realize you have to like cream pie?
Probably fourth grade.
Jesus Christ, really?
Fourth,
You knew what like
grade.
coming was, and
Yeah, fifth grade. We had we had like sex ed in fifth grade.
not us.
Yeah, fifth grade.
Did they talk about CPs and sex ed?
CP cream pies?
Yeah.
We didn't say cream pie.
Well,
The male must cream pie, and the woman
I'm gonna hit you with a fresh baked cream pie. See?
you can do it on her face or on her tits or in her vagina. The end of her vagina will cause to have a baby.
That's what they said. They never like explicitly said that. They just like talk about like.
You never have to watch the video. We literally had to watch a
I
video.
don't remember. It was traumatic. I blocked it out.
Yeah, there was a cam just of a baby coming out. What's the point?
What?
of that? Yeah, look.
You're shitting me.
Swear to God, just straight vagina shot, baby coming out.
This is not normal, right?
I did not.
This doesn't sound normal.
The miracle of life. You never had to watch that video.
No. They didn't show us a live birth.
Yeah, they should have. Imagine being like the.
Why
woman,
would you show it to a bunch of sixth grade? Who are these teachers?
I don't know.
Who signed up for
I
that?
think
Yeah, the woman is like, show my vagina on camera for like millions of
you're
instructional.
glossing over the fact that this is not what's important about this. That you like watched that in sixth grade.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part here. Not that someone recorded that.
I thought everyone did that. Like,
No.
the miracle of life.
No, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Did you watch the video this week?" Like, it's like the video. It's like I had to go outside or something.
And then afterwards, the gym teacher pulled each of you individually into the locker room and touched you.
Yeah, let's do it in real life.
You were like, yeah.
This is how babies are
sex
made.
ed, obviously, like back in my high school, sex
The
ed,
lab part.
they pull you aside. Yeah, the hands-on activity.
This is recitation.
Yeah.
My gym teacher in high school, we were all like, he's like giving us some activity, and he was against it was like padded walls, and he just ripped ass like
Gym
so
teacher.
loud, it was like vibrated off the wall. I was like, and he literally goes, "Oh, sorry guys, I've just been feeling super sick recently."
Oh.
No, and he's like, and then everyone's like, in 5 seconds later, he's like, "You guys can laugh," and we all just started laughing like so hard. And then he's like, "Excuse me," and he went into this other room where there was a window, so you could still see him, and he was just standing in there.
Just
What is he
letting it
doing?
fly.
Like he's totally just tearing ass. We're like,
Oh.
you
Gym
ima-
teacher farts.
yeah, it's
Oh.
like, dude, try to gloss over it and just be like, "Sorry, I'm sick. I think a shard came out of there."
You'd say that to a bunch of middle schoolers. That's like blood to
Yeah.
a piranha.
And he's like, "You guys can laugh now.
Yeah.
Laugh
like,
at my expense."
Yeah, laugh
I
at
just
my
shit
gym teacher
myself.
farts. Do you ever was he like fat?
He wasn't fat. He just had like a dad gut. He was like a dad bod.
We had our guy was dope. Mr. Inelli. If you're watching this, you're a dope dude. He's like a Italian dilf. Played soccer at
He's
West
really
Virginia.
jacked.
Yeah, soccer at West Virginia.
Yeah.
He's like probably late 40s. He's
Yeah.
sick, dude.
It was like all the chicks into him, like in school.
No, because there's a cursed job at Morris Central School. If you're the health teacher / like gym teacher for health / half gym teacher, you will get fired for flirting with students.
What?
We've
It's
had
happened like 3 times.
We've had like 3 of them get.
It's always like a hot like
back to back to
dude
back
or something.
Yeah,
There's always a dude.
Well, actually, it's not always a hot dude. We had one hot dude, but I'm actually marrying one of the students that he was flirting with.
No way.
And then they broke up recently.
What was the age difference? Was that legal?
No.
You-
I mean, it was after, like, they didn't start dating until after she graduated, but, like, it's a little sus. And then another one, just an ugly dude, the epitome of, like, peaked in high school.
Mhm.
Like, posts on his story all the time of, like, yo, like, Lynx, who wants to hoop? And he somehow got to be our gym teacher
yeah.
/ health guy, fired for talking to high school girls. And there's one before that, too. He got in trouble, but, yeah. It's just, like, cursed. You don't want that
And
spot.
that's the new job you're getting, right?
Yeah, actually, that's
You're
what
going
I
back home.
applied for, and I interviewed, and they said, "What are your thoughts on training bras?" And I said, "I love them. Let me get all of them." And they said, "You're hired."
Yeah, that's probably why it happens a lot, because they're asking weird fucking questions in
Mhm.
interviews.
Mhm.
Do you like under 18-year-old girls?
And you said,
Yes.
It depends. It really depends. How developed are they? Have they grown into their bodies yet?
Let me take the time to really think about your questions.
Yeah. Now, who's an underage girl that you admire and look up to?
Jesus,
Charlie D'Amelio. She's really grown into her body lately.
you're a freak. She's definitely 18.
Yeah, she is now.
Now.
Yeah, she was as of April 23rd. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you have like the date. April 23rd, 2017.
Yeah, I remember the date. No worries.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
All right, I have to blow up the shitter. So.
Yeah. I think it's a good episode. It's good for an episode. We talked about a lot of embarrassing shit, but you know what? We got to start
It was
somewhere.
therapeutic almost.
It was
Get
therapeutic.
it out.
Talked
And now
about,
I'm going to go get it out, like literally.
we talked about planning a nail bomb at Ernst & Young headquarters on the 10th floor at 6 p.m. on
I'll be there.
Antonio.
Yeah, you're like, Tony,
Gonzalez.
don't go.
Yeah. I say, I've always liked you. Don't log on to Teams tomorrow. Anywho,
All right, cool.
I think that's a wrap. Duly Noted Podcast, episode 1.